Let's talk tension. Now, most of the time, tension gets a bad rap. People want to change the tension when really they don't have the right needle in for the fabric. Their thread is too thick for the needle. There's lots of other things. Maybe you haven't cleaned this out in over 5 bobbins worth of sewing. That can make a difference in how your stitching is done. So let tension be the last thing that you change. But if you do have 2 different threads in your needle and your bobbin, like 2 different weights, you have a decorative thread in the top and just a neutral something in the bobbin, well, now we're not balanced. So let's just do a little stitching. I've got this machine set for 4 millimeter, stitch number 4, which is a zigzag. Now lengthen it out as long as it'll go and as wide as it'll go. This is how we test things when we service machines. When the zigzag is made at the widest setting, we can really tell how the machine is performing. So let's take a look. On the front, you're usually going to see no problem whatsoever. On the back, you want to see just a little dot of the top thread, which is blue, coming to the back side. That is perfect. Now, if we're seeing any of the bobbin thread coming up to the top, which we don't, but if we did, then we know the blue thread is too tight. So if it's too tight, we want to go to a lower number. So we can come down a little ways. Maybe a whole number or a whole number and a half to start off with. You won't find much of a change if you just turn it like a little tiny bit. That's going to be a difference. If you have little fingers at your home and they love to turn dials and all of a sudden you realize you're at a higher number, it's okay. That's why you have this nice little range here. Just turn it back to 4, start over. Just by them changing your tension will not make a difference with this machine. Just start back at the beginning. And so here, let me actually do that. Let me make it much tighter and let's pull that bobbin thread up to the top side. You'll see the difference here. So we have kind of a cream thread in our bobbin, and see how it just looks like it's pulled all the way over? So that means that's too tight, of course, because it's at 8. And then if we were going the opposite way, if we went the other direction and we had something not right, we would see this blue thread pulled to the back side a lot more than we needed. Now, if it's decorative stitches, sometimes I like my thread to pull to the back side. See how I have this really long pull? You know, that's not bad if it's a decorative stitch, but you definitely want to find that happy medium so you have barely any top thread showing on the back, and definitely you want a nice clean look down the front side here. So just play with it a little bit. If you find that nothing is changing in the tension area, well, maybe go back and see if there's a thread hooked around, wrapped around. Maybe your bobbin's not in there correctly. Maybe you didn't get everything put together last time you cleaned it. Change your needle and use a good quality thread. That can make all the difference in the world before tension really needs to be adjusted.